Hello everyone, welcome to our channel SR PHARMA GYAN. Today I am going to discuss about the nomenclature of aliphatic hydrocarbons part 2. In my first part of this video, I have discussed about the general rules of nomenclature as per IUPAC system and the nomenclature of simple aliphatic hydrocarbons. In this part I am going to discuss about the nomenclature of complex hydrocarbons as well as cyclic hydrocarbons. I prefer you follow my first video before proceeding with this video. Let's go to the topic. In my first video I have discussed about any nomenclature of hydrocarbons can be divided into 4 parts: prefix, root word, primary suffix and secondary suffix. Prefix is denoted for the substitution present in the hydrocarbons. Root word that gives the name according to the carbon number. Primary suffix that denotes the nature of bond, whether it is alkane, alkene or alkyne. Secondary suffix is denotes the functional group attached with the hydrocarbon. So when you go for the root word and 1 carbon atom is there, then we have to give the root word meth, 2 carbon atom eth, 3 carbon atom prop, so on. So we will proceed with today's topic. Let's name for some alkyl groups. Whenever we are going to give the naming of some alkyl groups, what you have to do, the name of the in the name of the alkane we have to remove the ane part and we have to add yl. Let's take an example. This is methane. Okay, so if when you are representing a methyl group, what you have to do, ane that you have to remove, then we have to add yl. So what it comes, medhyl, methyl group. This is ethane, so that you have to remove, then we have to add yl, so it comes ethyl group. Similarly, this is propane, this will be propyl group. Okay, one thing you concentrate here, this is a molecule here. Methane is a molecule, ethane is a molecule, but this is a group which is attached to a carbon chain. Like if this is the carbon chain we have, if CH3 is attached to this, then we will call this as methyl group. This is a group. Okay, so there is a difference between a molecule and a group. Let's name for some isomeric alkyl groups. See that this is a propyl group, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a propyl group, 1, 2, 3. This is also similarly propyl group. What is the difference between these two? You can find one similarity is molecular formula. This is C3H7. This is also C3H7. Molecular formula is same, but there is a difference. In this group, the terminal carbon atom is attached to the main chain, but here the second carbon atom is attached with the main chain. So structurally these two is different, but molecular formula is same. That's why it's called isomeric alkyl group. So if it is like this, then we have to give the general name N-propyl and IUPAC name propyl, and such kind of group isopropyls, and IUPAC name is 1-methyl-ethyl. How to give 1-methyl-ethyl? As per the rule, the carbon attached to the chain must get number 1. So if we give the numbering like this, 1 and 2, so CH3 is attached with this. In which position? First carbon atom, with first carbon atom. That's why it is 1-methyl group, and it is an ethane. So this is also in group, that's why it is ethyl. So like that we can give the name of this compound, but general name is isopropyl group. Similarly, if you come to this group, this is butyl group. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is the general formula is C4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, H9. For this also similarly it is C4, H9. For this also C4H9. This is also C4H9. So molecular formula is same, but structurally they are different. When there is a straight chain structure, then the general name we have to give, that is N-butyl, and IUPAC name is butyl. For this it's sec-butyl or S-butyl. This is general name, and the IUPAC name is 1-methyl propyl. Similarly, you can give the numbering like this: 3 in one position methyl is attached, that's a 1-methyl, and it is a 3-carbon atom, that is a propyl. So YL we have to represent that it is a group. For this it is isobutyl. The general name is isobutyl. What is the IUPAC name? 2-methyl propyl. So 1, 2, 3. So methyl group is attached with the second carbon atom, so methyl propyl. For this group it is a tert butyl or T-butyl. What is the IUPAC name? 1,1-dimethyl ethyl. So this is the IUPAC name that we can represent over here. Let's take some example by using this group. Whenever let's take this example, you have to give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth is getting the substitution. If you count this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, the same position only. So we can either give numbering to this side or that side. Both are same. So it is a 7. So if it is a 7, then hept, and it is an alkane, heptane. In fourth position this group is present. So in 2 position this group is present. So here we have to give the name 1, 2. So what will be the name? 1-methyl ethyl. 1-methyl ethyl. Or else we can give the name like that: 2-isopropyl heptane. Like that also we can give. If we give that by using general name, this is IUPAC name. If we come to this one, similarly this is also an heptane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is heptane. So fourth position the group is present, so it will be heptane. In fourth position, what is the group? How to give the number? 1, 2. In fourth position, what group present? We have to keep in bracket, that is 1, 1. Sorry, it will be 1, 1 dash dimethyl ethyl. 1, 1 dimethyl ethyl propane. What will be the general name? 4 T-butyl heptane. So like that also we can give the naming. Let's go for the next examples. When there will be a unsaturated alkyl group is present, we have to give specific naming for this. If this group is attached, then we have to give methylene. Here is the example. This is the example. So how to give the numbering? If you give numbering from this side, it is getting third. If you give numbering from this side, it is getting fourth. So this will be the numbering: 3, 4, 5, 6. So what actually it is? Hex 1, 5 diene. 2 double bond is present, that's why diene. Which position double bond is present? 1 and 5. So this is the parent name. Now we have to give the name for the substitution. In third position, what is present? Methylene. 3-methylene hex 1, 5 diene. If you take this example, this is ethinyl. Where the group is present? Here, ethinyl. The remaining part it will be same. Hex 1, 5 diene will be 3 ethinyl hex or 3 vinyl hex 1, 5 diene. If we come to this structure, ethylidene, here it is present, ethylidene. Similarly, 3 ethylidene hex 1, 5 diene. Here also, what is the name of that group? Ethinyl. 3 ethynyl phenyl hex 1,5-diene. So there should be one thing you remember here, when we are giving some numbering, after and before that we have to put a dash if it is in between two words, and the number will be divided by a comma. So that in every case you can observe the same, that you have to remember. Now come to the next example. If similar type of groups are present, if similar type of substitutions are present, then we have to use the prefix di, tri and tetra. Let's take this example 3, 4, 5. So this is pentane, ANE is an alkane. In which position substitutions are there? 2 position methyl group is there, 3 position methyl group is there, 4 position methyl group is there. How many methyl group total it is? Trimethyl. So what will be the name? 2, 3, 4 trimethyl pentane. 3 methyl group is present. In which position? 2, 3 and 4. Like that we have to put the numbering and naming. Now if you take this example, 2 chloro group is present, 1 bromo group is present. Alphabetically, bromo should get the lowest number if similar type of group is present. So if you give numbering from this side, it is getting 3, this side also it is getting 3. So we can follow this also, and that side numbering also. Now while we are giving, now we have given the preference to bromine as per alphabetically. While writing the name also, we have to give preference to bromo, because alphabetically it present first. So what we have to write? 3 bromo, 2, 4 dichloro, pentane. So this is the name that we have to give. Now if both double bond and triple bond is present, here you can find that double bond is present, triple bond is present. So while giving the naming preference, we have to give preference to double bond first. If you follow my previous video, you will find the preference. Functional group get the first preference, then double bond, then triple bond. So first double bond, we have to give lower number to this. Okay, then how to give the naming? This is 5 pent, 1 ENE, then 4 YNE. This YNE represents the triple bond, here ENE represents the double bond. So while giving preference, we have given the preference to ENE, and we have given we have written the first double bond, then followed by triple bond. Okay. Next, alphabetically order must be followed while giving numbering. If similar type of group is present, then we have to follow alphabetical order. So this is propane, we have to give numbering from this side also, but if I follow this numbering, bromine is getting 3, but alphabetically it should get first preference, so we have to follow this numbering process. So what will be the name? 1 bromo, we have written alphabetically, bromo come first, that's why first we have to write 1 bromo, 3 chloro propane. So like that we have to give numbering. Next come to the next example. If more than 2 similar carbon group is present, more than 2, then it is 3. So here it is 3 cyano group is present. As per recent convention, we can give the numbering like this. So it is 1, 2, 3 tri cyano, this is cyano group propane. Okay, next, numbering of the substitution present in the side chain. So this is the main chain here with the longest carbon atom, and there this is considered as substitution. In substitution, further substitution is present. So how to go for giving the numbering? So first norms is find out the longest chain. This is the longest chain. We have to give the numbering so that the substitution get the lowest number. If you follow the numbering from this side, 1 2 3 4 5, substitution is getting fifth number. If you follow this 1 2 3 4 5 6, so this will be the right numbering. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 carbon atom is present. It is taken. Now in fifth position, substitution is present. So in fifth position, substitution is present. So what is the name of the substitution? That you have to put in a bracket. So if we come to numbering of this, we have to follow the numbering starting from the carbon atom attached with the main chain. So this is the carbon attached with the main chain. By default it will get first number. This is the longest chain here in substitution. These are the substitution attached with the side chain. So this is 1 2 dimethyl. This is a propyl group. This is a propyl. Now in propyl group, first carbon atom is attached with this carbon atom. So here we have to write prop 1 yl. So here one thing you just concentrate. Denoting the 5 number here, we have mentioned that with the fifth carbon atom, substitution is present. By giving this 1, we are representing that in the side chain number 1 carbon atom attached with the main chain. Okay, so what will be the name? 5 1 2 dimethyl prop 1 yl decan. Okay, comes to the next rule. If two or more similar substitutions are present in the chain, then how to give the naming and numbering? If you see that this substitution and these substitutions are similar, that is attached with the main chain. This is the main chain. Now first of all we have to give the numbering of the main chain by which the substitution get lowest number. So if you follow this numbering, 1 2 3 4 5, fifth position it is there, sixth position it is there. If you follow this one, 1 2 3 4 5, 75 and 6. So anyway we can follow the numbering. Let's start the numbering from this side. So it is decan. Now in fifth position, what is present? How to give the numbering? Let's start with the numbering process with the carbon atom attached to the main chain. 2. What are the groups present? Fifth position, 2 bromo, 2 chloro, then 1 methyl ethyl group. So this group present over here. In fourth positions also similar group is present. So if such kind of groups are present, such arrangements are there, then we have to use B's. As example, for this structure we can write 4,5 BIS in bracket 2 bromo, 2 chloro, 1 methyl ethyl decan. So like that we have to give naming if similar type of group is present. So B's that we have to use if two substitutions are present, similar substitutions are present. Next come to the next rule. We have to give alphabetical order whenever we are proceeding with the numbering of multiple substitutions. See that we can give the numbering from this side, 1 2 3. So in third position substitution is there, fourth position substitution is there, fifth position substitution is there. If you come to this side, 1 2 3, 3 position, 3 position, 4 position, 5 position. So we have to follow the numbering from this side, 1 2 3 4 5, 6, 7. So this is heptane. Now while we are giving the naming, we have to start alphabetically. So alphabetically, B comes first for bromo, that is 3 bromo, then 4, 5 dichloro, then 3 methyl heptane. So like that we have to give the naming and numbering of the multiple substitutions. Now take some example. This is the main structure present here. We have to give numbering where the substitution gets lower number. We have to follow this numbering: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is decane. Okay. Now in fourth position, substitution is present. First substitution is present. We have to give numbering for the substitution: 1, 2, 3, 2. So in first position, chloro is present. So in decane, fourth position, first substitution is present. What is the first substitution? 1 chloro with 1 hyl. Okay. Now in fifth position, another substitution is present. So what, how to give the numbering for this? 1, 2. So here in fifth position, second substitution is present. So what will be the name for the second substitution? 2 bromo, 2 chloro, 1 methyl, then 1 hyl decane. So that will be the total name. Here in fourth position, this substitution is present. Fifth position, this substitution is present. Okay. Now come to this structure. Similarly, you have to give the numbering where the substitutions get lowest number: 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So here the first substitution comes here. Similarly, it is decane. Okay. In second position, what comes? Chloro. Okay. In fourth position, what it comes? 4 chloromethyl. Okay. This is in fourth position. Then in sixth position, what it comes? It is a complex structure, so you have to put it in bracket: 1, 2. So it will be 2 bromo, 2 chloro, 1 methyl, ethyl with 1 oil. Okay. Now in seventh position, what is present? 1, 2, 1 chloro, then ethyl again with 1 oil decane. Now while we are giving the numbering, naming like this: 1YL, 1YL. So if it is in first position, we can replace it like ethyl. Here also we can replace it like ethyl. Here also you can replace it like ethyl. In more complex structures, when the preference to be given to second carbon atom, the first number to the second carbon atom, where the functional group is present in the structure, then this part is required, or else it is not required, because by default the first carbon is attached to the main chain. So that you have to remember. Okay, next come to the nomenclature of cyclic compounds. In cyclic compound, one thing you can find difference with normal aliphatic hydrocarbons is this cyclo part that you have to include for cyclo compounds, that is before root word. The other part like substitution is present in prefix. The parent name will depends on carbon number, nature of bond that you have to give in primary suffix, and functional group that you have to include in secondary suffix. So the main difference here it is cyclo that you have to include before the root word. So take an example. Let's number this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a 6 carbon atom compound and all are single bond. So it is an alkane. So it will be hexane. Now it's a cyclic compound, that's why it will be cyclohexane. So this cyclo we have included before the root name. Let's come to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is a pentane. So that we have to include cyclopentane. Now if substitutions are present in ring structure, then how to give the naming and numbering? See that first of all you have to select the lowest locant. Suppose if you follow this, starting from this number 1, 2, 3, 3 is getting the lowest number, 1 and 3 the substitutions present. If you follow this 1, 2, 3, similarly 1 and 3 is present. So as per the locant the positions are same. Now we have to go for alphabetical order. Now this is ethyl group and this is methyl. So ethyl comes first alphabetically, so you have to follow this numbering process. This is wrong. So what will be the name? 1 ethyl, 3 methyl, cyclohexane. So this will be the name. Now come to the next example. Here first of all we have to select the locant, then comes alphabetically. So let's see the locant positions. 1, 2, 3. If you give this numbering, the locants are present 1, 1 and 3. If you follow this numbering, so it comes 1, 3, 3. So you have to follow this numbering process starting from here. So what will be the name for this? 1 dimethyl group is present, then 3 ethyl group is present. So ethyl comes first alphabetically, so you have to give the numbering, naming like 3 ethyl, 1, 1 dimethyl, cyclohexane. Okay, now come to this example. As per the lowest locant, you have to select the numbering like this. How to give the numbering? Ethyl comes first in naming, in which position ethyl is present, 1, 3 diethyl, 1 methyl, cyclohexane. Okay, whenever we are considering a side chain attached with the cyclic compounds, then the number of side chain, the carbon present in the side chain, if it is more than that of the carbon present in the cyclic, then it will be considered as a main chain and the cyclic compound will be considered as substituent. If you see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbon is present, here it is 5, so this will be considered as a main chain. So how to give the name? This is heptane and this is cyclopentane. So it will be, in which position it is attached? 4 cyclopentyl heptane. So like that we have to give the naming. Whatever the let's come to the next example. When the functional group is attached to the side chain, then we need not to see the carbon number. By default itself this will be considered as a main chain and this will be considered as a substituent. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What will be the name for this? Butanoic acid. What is attached with that? Cyclohexane. So it will be 2 cyclohexane. hexyl butanoic acid. Okay, come to the next rule. When there will be a substitution in cyclic structure and this cyclic structure considered as substituent with a main chain structure, then how to give the numbering? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it is heptane. In fourth position this group is present. Now we have to give numbering. The carbon that is attached with the main chain structure, by default it will get the first number. Then we have to see the lowest locant position. So this one will be the lowest locant position, second and third. So here will be 2 3 dimethyl cyclopentyl heptane. Like that we have to give the naming. Now if double bond is present in the carbon chain, cyclic carbon chain, then we have to give lowest number to the double bond, not the locant. So if we give numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6, here we have given the lowest number to the double bond. After that we have to find the position of the locant. So we can give the numbering like this, we can also give numbering like this. So if we follow this numbering process, the locant is getting 4th number. If we follow this numbering process, the locant is getting 5 number. So this will be the wrong, this is the right numbering process. So what will be the name for this? It will be 4-methyl cyclohex 1-ene. So as it is present in the first position, by default we can omit it. So that will be 4-methyl cyclohexene. Now let's take this example. We can give the numbering like this. Double bond will get the first number 3 4 5 6, or else we can follow this number 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if you follow this numbering process, the locant is present at the 3rd position and 5th position. If we follow this, the substitution is present 4th and 6th. So we have to follow this numbering process. So this will be correct numbering process. So in that, what will be the name? Alphabetically ethyl comes first, so 5 ethyl 3 methyl cyclohexene. Okay. If the functional group is present in both side chain as well as in the ring structure, then we have to select according to functional group preference. As per the preference, the functional group come first, then second is double bond, then triple bond. So here the main functional group, here it is COOH, and this is double bond. So we have to give preference to this COOH. So if you give preference to this side chain, that will be the main chain, and this will be substituent. So if you go for naming of the main chain, it is 1 2 3 4. It's butanoic acid, and in 2 position there is a substitution. So now we have to give the name of the substitution here. Now as per that, we have to give numbering starting from here, as this carbon atom is attached to the main chain, then followed by giving preference to double bond. Like that we have to give numbering to the side chain. Now in 2nd position there is a double bond, and 5th position is a methyl group. So 5 methyl cyclohex 2-ene butanoic acid. So this will be the name for this structure. If you go for this is aldehyde group, this is the side chain, so we have to give numbering to this. This is butanol, aldehyde is present, then Al we have to put. Now we have to give numbering in the preference to double bond. So in third position, what is present? Cyclohex 2-ene. So this will be the name for this structure. Now if both side chain and main substitution cyclic structure contains the similar functional group, then we have to give preference according to carbon number. So here the carbon number is 1 2 3 4 5 6, here it is 5. So this will be the main chain for this structure. You have to give numbering accordingly by giving preference to the functional group. So that is hexane 1-ol. So this will go as both the vowels are present, so it will be hexane 1-ol. If we come to the substitution, in third position it is present. What is present? Functional group, this cyclopentane, so you have to give numbering accordingly, giving the preference to the functional group. 2-hydroxy cyclopentyl hexane 1-ol. So this will be the name for this structure. Let's come to the next rule. If functional group is attached directly, it will not be included in the parent name. See that here the functional group is attached directly, so that will not be included in parent name. So how to give the name for this? It will be like cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Okay, let's take another example. This is carboxylic acid, this is ketone functional group. So it will be like, you have to give numbering as two functional groups are present. It will be 2-oxo cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Okay, come to the next example. In aldehyde and carboxylic acid, we have to give preference to carboxylic acid. So it will be like 2 position 2-formyl, as aldehyde is in substitution, then you have to give formyl cyclohexane carboxylic acid. So like that you have to give numbering for this. So now which group you have to give preference? For that you follow my first video, and what will be the name of a group as a substitution or as a main functional group, that also you can find in my first video. Now come to this part, this example. This is 5 carbon atom, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so that will get preference here. You have to give preference to chlorine because alphabetically it comes first. So this is heptane. Now where the substitutions are present, so it is 3-chloro, 5-methyl and 4-cyclopentyl. So alphabetically chloro comes first, so 3-chloro, 4-cyclopentyl, then 5-methyl, heptane. So this will be the name for this. Now come to this structure, is like the previous one example we have discussed. So this will be directly attached, so we should not, that will not be included in the parent name. So it will be 1 2 3 4 5 6, giving the preference to the attached carbon atom, functional group attached carbon atom. Now it is cyclohex 2 in carboxylic acid. Now coming to this is 6 carbon atom, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So again it will get the preference 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this is aldehyde. So it is heptane 1L. Heptane 1L. L is for aldehyde. Now in 5th position, this group is attached, so we have to give the numbering like this: 5 cyclohex 2 in heptane 1 all. So like that we have to give the numbering. Let's end this video with a message: success can come to you by courageous devotion to the task lying in front of you, said by Sir C.V. Raman. I am just concluding this part of the video with this thought. Thank you very much for listening.